Hello. Ah, I have so much. Okay. Hold on. I can't even think right now. Where is it's right over here. Welcome everybody to Wednesday morning catch up. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna do this. Hey Rhonda, hey Carol, how are you? I'm feeling okay right now. Um, hey Ashley, welcome. I don't think I've seen your name before, so welcome. Hey Leanne. So I think I'll write it on here. I think I'm doing okay because I recently was put on a new anxiety med, and I take a lot of vitamins in the morning when I come home from work. And yes, the last few mornings with this new anxiety med, it's been giving me like really bad stomach cramping. And I think it's because I'm taking it with all these vitamins. Wednesday morning video. So, that's what's going on with that. That's why so far I've started to switch it up. So like I took my vitamins last night at work at midnight because I'm up, from like 8 p.m. to like 8 a.m. So I took my vitamins last night at midnight at work, and then that I figured that would give my stomach, 7 hours to digest those before I come home from work. And then I could take my new anxiety med, and hopefully that will help with that. My mom's like, you should just change meds. Well, if it's gonna work, I want to give it a shot. Anyway. So that's so far my stomach feels okay. Yeah, I hope so too, Rhonda. Hey, Nan's life. So this catch up is gonna. I mean, there's not a lot going on, as far as things that I'm doing. I took a break, or I'm taking a break. So I have August. I took a break off of doing stuff. Brendan's aware of it. He's okay with it. He supports it, and so I'm just kind of chilling. I've been reading this book. I've been reading more because I have time to do that now. Oh, got this book. I listened to this lady on YouTube a lot. Um, when I was traveling back from Wisconsin, I found her, and I started listening to her. She talks about true crime cases. Um, oh, hold on. Hey, Carrie. Let me see if I can find this lady. I'm bad with names. So I just know that she pops up in my suggestions a lot now because I am subscribed to her. Danielle Christie. She's British, and she talks about true crime cases from the UK and from America, which I appreciate because I didn't realize the UK had so much stuff going on. So yeah, but anyway, there was this story that she talked about in the UK. There was this cult called the let me It was called the Communist Collective. It was also called the Workers' Institute of Marxism, Leninism, Mao Zedong Thought, something like that. But then it turns into the Communist Collective. It was in London. So anyway, it's a story about this called The Girl in the Shadows. It's basically about this girl who's was born into this cult in the UK in London, and how she basically was raised in it, and she lived there for 30 years until she finally escaped it. It's a very sad story, but it's also very interesting, and I bought it because I listened to the Danielle Christie's live about it, and she said, everyone go buy this book, so then that, you're giving money to Katie. Her name's Katie, the girl that grew up in this cult. So I was like, yeah, I like to read. So I got the book, and I've been reading it, and I actually don't have a lot of time to read, so I'm actually kind of been reading this, and that's been cool. If anybody wants to look it up, it's called The Girl in the Shadows, My Life in a Cult by Katie Morgan Davies. What's interesting about it to me, and I haven't gotten through it all yet, but I can tell I'm really interested in the whole I can't think, um nature versus nurture. You know what they say, like because like this little girl grew up in circumstances where she didn't really have parental figures. She wasn't showed love and affection. So like obviously that would have a profound difference in her. Oh yeah, Nan's life. It's everywhere, Bryn. Even here in Canada, FOIAs are easily accessed in the U.S. most of the time. Here, we don't hear about cases until after fact. Yeah, that's true. That is true. In before I continue with this thought about nature versus nurture, um, the United States is really big on social media and the news and TMZ and all that stuff, and the worst, sickest, disgustingest stories are always highlighted the most because it makes more money. I'm sure it's the same in a lot of countries, but because we have freedom of access of information, and it's easier to find. But it's also double-edged sword, because if you take cases like Brendan's case, um the media uh lied about, or I don't know if I'd say purposely lied, but they put out the wrong information that was given to them, for newsworthy issues, for newsworthy, and it kind of made it harder for Brendan and Steven to have a fair trial. Um, but yeah, but nature versus nurture. It's like I said, I'm interested in reading this book because you have this girl who's born in this really like horrific settings where she wasn't even allowed to receive a hug. For whatever reasons, the cult leader felt like it was important that she was reframed from affection. And I've heard now she's a really fantastic human being. So I don't know. I'm interested to see her story progress, and how she overcame all that stuff. So, but yeah, that's what I've been reading. Um, I have a tons of letters I'm going to be sending out here soon to people. I sent out a bunch of postcards and business cards, and I still have like a handful like a good handful of business cards. I'm still gonna send some more out. I'm just waiting for more stamps. But if anybody wants some business cards, now these are not gonna be made again, at least in this design. Because we're going through a rebranding, I'm calling it. Return of the cat, by the way. The cat, remember in the beginning I used to have these? Well, they're back. So here's the business cards. I'm gonna be redoing them because we're replacing the dragonfly symbol. So we're gonna call it rebranding. Hey Ashley, if you want, oh, you want my headphones or do you want a business card? If you want a business card or anything that I'm showing here, my email is in the description. I'm blank all morning. Oh, it's right here on the card. BrendanTalks89@gmail.com, and I'll send you, and they're free. I have the postcards here too. Hold on. Butt in the air, like I just don't care. And we've got a whole box still of postcards. I got designs. I got 4 different designs. I got this one. I've got this one's a new one I just had delivered. I have this one is I only have like maybe a handful of this one left. And then I have a bunch of these. I know there's like a couple of people who are like, "Oh, you should make this into a design." I'm not going to make any more postcards until these are gone. So, because I mean, I've got 2 whole boxes here. I'm not going to keep ordering more until these are gone. But I have like a bunch of letters here going out. I'm just waiting for not all of these, but I have a bunch of letters here ready to go out. I'm just waiting for stamps to get here. I know I'm going to be sending Leanne more because she asked for a bunch more. And by the way, I might somebody else asked for a bunch. I'm going to be sending her a big envelope from too. So, but yeah, that's what I've been mostly busy with is reading and sending these out. Every Friday, you guys have been, if you're in our Facebook group, if not, you can join. But every Friday, you guys may have noticed we have this new thing called Free for All Friday. It was just something to do. Well, to replace the Be Brendan Brave Saturdays. So make sure you guys participate in that. Don't stop showing Brendan love just because I'm not doing the Be Brendan Brave, you know. And you guys can send him stuff on your own too. So don't think that you have to wait for me. I'm still yeah, there's like a lot of stuff going on. And so everything's still up in the air. But at the very most, I'm taking a month off, or very least, I should say. I'm taking a month off. So that's the best I can say about that. And But I'm still gonna do things behind the scenes. I know there's another food event coming up Brendan told me about. He told me he was gonna email it to me, and he did. I might ask if one of my mods can set up that food event, and then they can just run it. That way because I don't want you guys to miss out on doing things for Brendan. That's what, it's important to me that that happens. So and I know it's important to him to see that kind of stuff. Like, he enjoys that kind of stuff, so I don't know. The food event is on the 30th. Is it 30th? It's coming up real close. He was actually really excited because that means there was 2 food events in 1 month, and he said, I hope that's a new thing." Now, I'm used to paydays. So when you say like, for instance, I get paid every 2 weeks, right? So, like, some months I get paid 3 times a month because there's, 4 because of the way the paydays are set up. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, we get an extra payday." No, we don't. We do not get an extra payday. That just means you're not getting paid the next month as sooner as you would like to be paid. So that's kind of my thought about I was like, "Well," he was like, "Well, hopefully this is a new thing where we get fed these meals, twice a month." And I said, "Oh, hopefully or they just don't skip it next month. I don't know." But, yeah, it's on the 30th. It's gonna be, Italian beef and cheese sandwich with 2 ounces of au jus sauce and 2 ounces of vegetable Gid Gaiadur Gaiadur diarrhea. Gaiadur I don't know how to say this word. Hold on. Oh my goodness. It is a thing. It's Italian. Italian relish of pickled vegetables. Ooh. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, man. Oh, that sounds real good. I don't know how to say this word. Okay, my supermod Carrie will make the thing. That sounds good, doesn't it? Pickled. I like pickled things. Mmm. I can't say that word though. Garden Gardenaria? Garden anyway, that vegetable with 2 ounces of cheese dip, a bag of chips, and a peanut butter cookie, and it's gonna be on August 30th. So, I'll email, Brendan back, Carrie. I like to ask before I do things, so I will, and see if he's okay. I'm sure he is, but I'll email him and we'll get that set up, and, yeah. Um, other than that, that's all I really have. I politics-wise, have you guys, seen Um, the Italian relish. It sounds great, Nan's life. Um, have you guys seen the results for the Wisconsin primary? Nobody was running against Governor Evers. So he's still on the ballot for the governor in the Democratic Party. And then you've got Ted Michaels was the one that won the Republican side of things. So that's interesting. We're gonna have to look into Tim Michaels then. He is a Trump endorsed construction executive. So that explains probably why he won. A lot of Republicans that are Trump endorsed are gonna win. Close behind him was that Rebecca chick. I kind of was rooting for her just because her name is the same as mine. And you know, us Rebecca's gotta stick together. I don't know anything about her politics. I'm just based that solely. This is why it's I'm not gonna finish that comment. Anyway, but yeah, so it looks like I mean in the US Senate, Mandela Barnes, who is the vice uh vice hold on. Vice governor, whatever you call him. There's a special name for it. He won the Democratic nominee for Congress. Yee! Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I voted for Kanye. uh, but people are like, "Oh, see, you voted for one or the other." I'm like, I voted for Kanye. It didn't count in my state. Apparently, it doesn't count if they're not registered. I didn't know that. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I learned that this year or last election. Anyway, so Mandela Barnes and then Ron Johnson, who I believe is already the Republican Senate holder. He's already in the Senate. Right now, there are two. There's Ron Johnson, and then there's this other lady who's Democratic, because there's two in the Senate. That's what makes Wisconsin technically a purple state, is because there are two. There's a Democrat and a Republican in Congress. Anyway, it's also interesting is because the primary people in Wisconsin are Republican, but Governor Evers won. Isn't that interesting? That's why I personally don't like. If I were to give a prediction, I personally don't think Governor Evers is going to win. I personally don't think Governor Evers is going to win, and no, not for any reason other than I think a lot of Wisconsin is Republican, and I think they're going to vote based on that. Secretary of State Doug LaFollette and Amy Loudenbeck. I don't know if that does anything for Brendan or Steven. Attorney General Eric Toney won the Republican Republican vote. And then Josh Call was, he didn't have anybody running against him, so he's up for the Democratic side. So that's another one to be paying attention to, because the Attorney General very much so also has a say in what happens with cases like Brendan and Stevens as far as the justice system goes. So we'll see what happens with that. Definitely going to be interested in that. But yeah, a lot of this stuff, like Lieutenant Governor Rodriguez won, and then the treasurer, it was Richardson, and both of them were Democrats. Uh, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna definitely be interested to see what happens with that. I already sent a tweet out to Tim Michaels, because I'm interested on his stance on things that are obviously that we're, vocal about, like, Brendan Dassey. How do you feel about Brendan Dassey? I tweeted out to him and I asked him how he feels about sending innocent children to prison for life, and because Governor Evers doesn't seem to care, right? I'd like to know his response to that. Just in general, like where he stands on certain things. Eric Toney website says, as a frontline prosecutor, it's critical we have an attorney general who supports law enforcement and has firsthand experience fighting crime. I don't know if I like that. He was a prosecutor, eh? I don't like that. Christy, wake up. I don't like this. So, yeah, but does he support kids in the justice system? That's the thing. Like Governor Evers claims he supports kids too, but does he support the kids stuck in the justice system? Juveniles who are being trialed and who are proclaiming their innocence. You know, that's the main question. But I guess time will tell on these issues. If they can address them, that would be great. Because I'd like to know. I mean, I'm not a constituent of Wisconsin, but I'd like to think that if there's this is a major issue happening in Wisconsin, it's going to continue to be a major issue. To be perfectly honest, while we're still around doing things, we're not going to give up, you know, having our voices heard for Brendan. So it's always going to constantly be there, and so I feel like as a governor or attorney general, you do have to owe it to us to tell us what your thoughts are on these issues. So hopefully there is some sort of clarity or answer to some of these questions that he might have. Um, Governor Evers has 100 and what 40 days left, 43 days left. as governor. So you have 143 days to tell us where your stance is, and Michael's on these issues. And hey Roxana. Oh, Dieter. I'm sorry, I started to go drift. My mind started to drift. So, yeah, I think that's all I really have. There's not a lot really to talk about other than, oh, here, I'll show you guys something. There's something new. Um, so, last few weeks, since the rally, we've been talking a lot about, the bar, the pub house bar, um, uploading a picture on their TV to show support of Brendan. And anyway, so I sent them a picture and they put it up on the TV, and that was really nice of them. Unfortunately, I'm not a expert at such things. So they had to crop some of it. And anyway, so I was talking to Brad Dassey, Brendan's half brother, and I was telling him about it, and he offered to make a picture for it, and I said, "Sure, go for it." Um, so he made a picture, and he emailed the person who, the same guy that I've been talking to, and he, had some clarity on how big this picture should be, the dimensions and stuff like that. Like he asked the important things. What is my dog barking at? I don't know what he's barking at. Anyway, so the guy, him and the guy communicated for a little bit, and anyway, so he was like, what do you think the picture should have? And I said, anything you think is good. Any kind of picture you have. Um, all I ask for um, is the website, bringbrendanhome.org, and then the Brendan Talks. Just because it's good to put a link or something to where people can look it up later. And I think it's just, bebrendanhome.org is, to me, it's the perfect website because it has the petition for Governor Evers, and it has all this information that the lawyers basically put together. So that's why I use bebrendanhome.org. I think it's a great website for that. And Brendan Talks, obviously, because that's that's the one I run. So anyway, he put together a really nice picture. I'm gonna show it for you guys right now. Ta-da! I really like it. Because he asked for some, key points, and he said other than the no DNA thing. So I helped him with the I was coerced and constantly lied to, falsely represented, passed my polygraph test, parents and lawyers were never present, zero evidence. So this is a really great picture. Even put his name, Brendan Dassey, right there. Yeah, so I'm really happy with it. I think Brad did a great job with it. I'm really impressed with it. I'm probably going to make this into a postcard in the future. Rhonda SC, I think there's a couple ideas she's got going. I know she's also trying to get rid of postcards too. So if you guys are in the UK and you want a postcard, make sure you go to, here, I have it. Right here. Make sure you go to UK Postcards for Brendan at gmail.com and message her your address, and she'll send you. If you look on here, the one on the far left and the one on the far right are the ones she has so far. And even if you're not in the UK, I know she'll also accommodate and send you if you're not in the UK, because I know she's done that too. So, hey, Linda. My lovely Linda. So yeah, make sure you guys send her a email and so she can get those. Because we both discussed this on the together privately, but we're both kind of in the same where we need to get rid of the postcards we have before we start making new ones. So that means you guys have to start really sending them out if you guys want us to make new ones, So, and we're very happy to obligely send you as much postcards. I know Roxana is in here. I'm going to send her a big envelope of postcards here in the next week or so. So she should be expecting that. But yeah. So make sure you guys keep sending out these postcards, and you can, Governor Evers, remind him, he's got 140 days left, and he left to do the right thing for Brendan. You can also send them to the other people. Ron Johnson, because he's going back up for re-election on the Congress, on the Republican Congress side. Send him a postcard and remind him that he's going to be re-elected soon. Oh, nice. Linda's going live. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central. But yeah, so I think that's all I really have as far as that goes. Also, if you're in Brendan Talks Facebook group, I have the list of addresses of all the politicians that I feel you can send a letter, card, email, phone call, whatever you feel comfortable with doing. It's pinned at the top. So I've got, everyone who's in Congress in Wisconsin. You've got the governor, you've got Josh Call. And all these different, people you could, if you feel comfortable to. We even got Mark Wiegert professional address. You can send him a card because I know he's actually retiring this year, so he's still got time, 100 days, to send him a card if you want, a postcard reminding him of his role. But yeah, definitely send them to Governor Evers. Yeah, people you may want to consider writing, tweeting to. Ron Johnson is a Republican, and they have 2 addresses, by the way. And the Wall Street people, not Wall Street, Congress people, they've got 2 addresses, one in Wisconsin and one in Washington. Tammy Baldwin, that's the other lady she's a Democrat, and she's also in Congress for Wisconsin. Josh Call. Calumet County Sheriff's Office, Mark Wiegert. And also, this post is available to add your own addresses. Like, if you find somebody that you want to include on that post in Brendan Talks, you can comment on it and include their address and information. It's what Robin did for Mark Wiegert. So, as long as we're respectful and because remember, as supporters for Brendan, we're representing him. So we need to be kind, courteous, respectful, polite, not only when talking to these government officials, but also to each other. It's free to be kind to other people. There used to be a saying, how is Brendan? He's doing really good. I got an email from him yesterday. He sounds like he's doing really good, and he's excited for another food event coming up, August 30th, and he's really excited because I got all these pictures I was sending him. There's new Pokemon information he was really excited about. Hopefully he was able to get that. I sent him emails about all the information that came out on Pokemon, and the email system is a hit or miss. Sometimes it gets there within a day, and sometimes it takes like a couple of more days than you think it would. So I sent him those emails on like a Friday, and he still didn't get them. So I don't know, but I sent him a bunch of pictures of the new Pokemon coming out. So hopefully he gets those soon. And then I printed off a whole bunch of coloring pages for him to do, because he had a specific request. So, dang it, it took me a whole day to find these pictures, but I did. He likes that, guys, by the way. If you guys ever want to send him coloring pages, it's kind of tedious how I do it, but it's the only way that really works, because so text behind, when they scan, like if you send him 2 pages of something, like if you send them 2 coloring pages, they actually scan it and they do it front to back like this. So on one side it's this and the other side is that. And he really does not like that, because when he colors with markers and it bleeds through and it ruins the other side. So what you have to do, like I said, it's tedious, because look at all these that I found for him. You have to put each drawing page in its own envelope and send it to him. So 1 drawing page per envelope. So then that way, when text behind gets it, they only scan that one page and give it to him, rather than if you send him multiple coloring pages in it, then he has to choose which one he wants to color on, because it will bleed through the other side. Just a little tip for you guys, if you guys want to do that for him, send him coloring pages. He really likes mermaids and fairy stuff. Oh! Oops. I accidentally opened up TikTok. So yeah. Just like, you know, if you guys want to send him coloring pages. He also likes Pokemon stuff. Thank you. Yeah, that, I think, you know, you're gonna have to do a new logo. And I was actually talking to my sister about this when I was out in Buffalo, before I knew that I had to do a new logo. So this has been recent, within the last 2 weeks or so. And I told her, you know, everyone associates Brendan with dragonflies. That's the main family group's logo, is a dragonfly that his brother drew. I think that's cool. If you guys hadn't seen it before, the Justice and Freedom group, the official family group, his brother drew the logo for that, which I think is sweet and cool. So, but my sister was like, what? Why do you need a logo? I was like, well, I guess, I don't know, because that's what you do. I don't know. So recently we have to change stuff around here, so you're going to be seeing some changes on the channel, and then the merch shop. And so as I was taking this logo off, I thought to myself, Becca, why don't you just use this picture with his face on it? And I thought to myself, that's a good idea, Becca, because, I mean, he is Brendan Dassey. He is Brendan Talks. This is for him. So that might be what I do. I'm going to look into this image, though, because I don't want to copyright or whatever. I think this image was something that, this particular picture was something, here, let me see, do I even have it? This particular picture in the corner here, was something that Laura Nyrider posted as a while back ago. This was like a year or two ago. See, my thing is that I want to use a picture that if I use it and then something were to come up, I can't not use it anymore. Like, I created it, this picture. You know, I created it, so therefore I can still use it no matter what. That's what I'm basically looking for. Oh, I know what you're saying now. I was like, what are you talking about, Linda? Okay, you're responding to Carol's comment. I'm like, what? Anyway, so, I mean, I created this photo. You know, I made the background for it, the Free Brendan Dassey. You can see my tag, Freedom4BD. That's my tag on Twitter. I made t-shirts out of this. This is like one of those things. I even had buttons, stickers, whatever. Like, it's a very good picture, Brendan. I really enjoy it. I just need to make sure that it's okay to use it. Because like I said, I don't want to be like, okay, I'm going to use this and then something were to happen and then I can't use it anymore. You know what I mean? But I love this photo of him. I love it too. It's a lovely photo of him. It's bright. It's happy. He's got a great smile in it. It's clear. I just have to make sure that this is, like I said, this won't get me in trouble later. We'll see. Yeah, I remember you talking about that, Linda. I think the Wisconsin government is far too long the old boys club grandfathered in from way back. I agree with you. You got when you change, you got to change it all. You got to almost like get new people from different places to come in because everyone somehow is connected in that state to something else. But yeah. They all say that though, Carol. I mean, I don't want to be negative about it. Okay, so I don't like politicians in general. Is that okay? All right, hold on. I have two different thoughts now going on. Can you come up, Linda? We can talk about this. Jump up here, my friend. So, okay, well, maybe she comes up or not. But anyway, I don't like any politician. I think they all lie just to get what they want. I don't trust any of them. How do you know a politician is lying to you? They open their mouth and noise comes out. Like, that's my thoughts on politicians. So they all say that they're going to clean house. I don't know if I believe that. But I mean,
I think Michael sounds promising, Carol. You're correct.
Right. I'm not saying
he
he
could be the new blood.
Promising.
He could be the new blood.
I guess I'm so cynical of politics. This, especially because of Governor Evers made a lot of promises, and we were all very excited for him. And
yeah, that's what I mean. He sounds promising, but he is. He's still following the old school, grandfathered in rules of the higher ups. So you have to get enough of the good guys, good intent, where they really follow through. They're young, they're eager, they want to make a name for themselves. They want to break ground on new things. You got to get somebody like that in there.
Yeah.
Not just issues of school budgets and things like that. You got to make somebody who really wants to make change for the up and coming. Do you know what I mean? Like put family values back in it. Honesty, truth, trust, that all needs to come back. And somebody that's willing to offer that, I think would be very willing to do things that are honest, make him look, you can say all you want. These guys don't want to let Brendan go because they are part of that. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you get somebody in that's not part of that and that makes changes from that, the old school ways, I think you get a chance.
That's true.
So that's, you just got to get somebody who's really eager to change.
Gotta get that. A young, attractive, possibly shirtless male or female who is yeah, okay. we can
get the GQ guy on there, but all I'm saying is you really need somebody who wants to break ground, who wants to make a difference, who wants to break away from, Lagenschlager's bullshit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
call her Lagenschlager. That's a drink, I think. But I don't know. I say that because she was caught drinking, drunk driving, first rule, first year in there, first couple months. Let's get real, okay? But her son is Josh Call. So I always have said it's Josh Call stops it all. Because he said he's going to bring his, so you need somebody who's going to challenge him and, will help get him out,
Right.
So somebody that's young, up and coming, eager, and ready to just make change, I think.
Right.
Prime Minister didn't work out so well. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with the hot young.
Yeah. The young guy.
I joke a lot when I say that because even if you talk stupid stuff, like you still got a pretty face. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's I'm just joking when I say that.
I don't know how anybody else feels, but I just see that that's what Wisconsin needs. You need to be able to break away from that and their thought patterns, their system of cover up, their system of having it their way, and start sticking to the laws that they make themselves, especially. I mean, because how good does that state look when they make a law, okay, and they break it?
Right.
The bio law was made by,
Yeah.
So, and then they break it, their own damn statute. How do you even do that? And how many times have they done that in other cases that we don't even know about? Because to me, the best way to keep a conviction is to have absolutely no DNA left to test. And they did that because DNA is the way out. You know what I mean? It's virtually the only way out. So, they're good at covering it up. They might be shitty at doing it, but keeping them there, they're making sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Even the innocent. And, it's not, Wisconsin is known for a lot of things, okay? A lot of things.
Yeah.
And it's not looking good on them, especially the past couple of years since Evers has been in there. Wisconsin is really, I live right next door. I see all the things that happen. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of killing. There's been a lot of shooting. There's been a lot of. It has
been getting bad in there, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's been getting really bad there.
Yeah, they're in the news all the time.
Yeah.
And it's usually something really bad. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
They just had another murder and mutilation. Sorry.
Oh,
they did.
Yeah.
They've had shootings. They've had a lot of cop involvement in shootings. So Wisconsin doesn't look good under Evers, and people.
Right.
I don't think he's going to make it in, but they do need somebody
to make it next year either.
And talking to a couple, I'm not even going to say their names, but Wisconsin people say Michaels. They like what, and I noticed that that's what Carol said in the chat. And that's what got me thinking about all this corruption that goes on there and why there hasn't been movement on Brendan and why they're doing it. Because the state, no matter what, honestly, until that government changes over there, it's going to be virtually impossible. So voting is extremely important. Telling, giving the new candidate for postcards. Great idea. You got to get him. You got to see how he feels about this stuff. And and whoever said you don't do that when they're changed. Listen, yes, you do. You have to put out, as the public, you have to give them an issue that is really bothering you.
Yep.
And give it to them during election, because that is how they find out what they want, what they can talk about, what they have to look at, what they have to provide for the people.
Right. I agree.
So,
you gotta, because especially if you are a Wisconsin voter, you have the right to ask your politicians any kind of questions that pertain to Wisconsin in general.
Yep.
And, you got, if this case bothers you, you have the right to ask him, your governor, your elected officials, what are you going to do about this?
Yep. And the new and up and coming ones that are running and you're hearing about, start giving him postcards.
Yeah.
I suggest that you write him letters. I suggest that, and of course, always be respectful, because you got to carry yourself. You're not going to get anywhere calling him, hey, listen, asshole, I think you better free Brendan Dassey. You understand that? No, that is not going to cut it. Sound like an intelligent, thinking human being and put your heart into it. And how would you speak to somebody like that if you had a chance to, and let them know? I mean, be honest. Let them see facts. Zero DNA. I mean, these are proven facts that he can look up and see whatever. I don't know, but don't be an asshole. Just be really super. I mean, be respectful.
Well, we're representing Brendan as his supporters.
You're representing yourself as a human being,
right?
Too.
That too. Yeah, that too.
And do you want you don't want people being rude like that, because then the guy's gonna go, oh, this freaking Brendan Dassey cult,
Right. They're mean over there. Yeah, they're nasty over there. That must mean Brendan, I must reflect on Brendan. So that's why I say that a lot.
Yeah, well, you put out a flower and see how many honeybees you get. You know what I mean? Put out some, something else. You'll see nothing but flies. It don't mean, you know what I mean? Annoying. Right. Honeybees you need in life. You do.
Right.
So yeah, I just think you should, my honest advice, I think the best thing any supporter can do now is pass the word to pass out postcards, write a letter respectfully to the up and coming. Michael's is a great one. Go ahead, find the candidates, write to them in a respectful way, ask them what they're going to do about things like that. How do they feel about things like that? And really hit them hard. I wouldn't even concentrate on Evers now. I would concentrate on the up and coming. Evers knows how you feel. Right now, you're in nothing but a red trash can. That's all he does. Yes, it's annoying, but it's not going to get anywhere. And that's my honest opinion.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, you can do what you want.
I'm in the camp of doing it up and coming. Yeah, I do think that we should be sending letters to up and coming people as well. So
yeah.
Now, okay, on to, because you know a lot about copyright, trademark, all that stuff.
Yep.
So you tell me then, Linda. This picture I put on the screen right now.
Yeah, I love that picture of Brendan.
Now, because I did edit this though. Like, I made this picture.
Okay, well, if you made the picture, yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't obviously I didn't take the picture. Laura Nywriter took the original picture. I put it in the.
Oh, then I would say no. Nope. Don't do it. Nope, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's a beautiful picture of him, but if somebody originally like that kind of type of person did it, I would not do it. Nope.
Especially a lawyer.
Yeah, she could claim the picture, even though you altered it by putting, kind of, the background and whatnot, maybe brightening it or whatever you did, and cutting them out.
No, this wasn't cut. She wasn't cut out. I think this was a picture that.
Well, it doesn't matter. If somebody took a picture, right?
The prison took the picture.
It originally came from somewhere else, correct?
Right, yeah.
Therefore, it does not belong to you. I don't care how much you alter it. It don't belong to you. And I tell you that from experience.
Okay.
So you need to design your own, like I did.
Okay, what if I wanted
to do? Designed by me from now on. I do not mess around.
Yeah.
This is our team logo, who I'm introducing tomorrow, because we have a whole new community for the missing. And yeah.
So, okay, my question then is that if I were to draw a face of Brendan and I use this photo as a reference to draw.
But if you drew it with your own hands, yeah, it's yours.
See? Okay, maybe I'll do that.
Yep.
I'll draw his face.
Because that's your interpretation of somebody else's work. And you 100% drew it, yes. That's like, well, Nan's life should know that because she is an artist. So she does, she know, you know what I mean?
Oh, we can use
and believe me, I got a free picture of something off of Google, and I used it as a thumbnail. Well, 2 years later, I got a strike from it. So yes. Yep. If it's drawn with your own hands, not traced 100% drawn. Yep.
Yep, I can draw it with my own.
Yep, you have to be able to. Yes,
hands.
I totally.
Yeah, I'm an artist. Did you guys know that? I'm an artist.
I've seen your yes, I'm an artist too.
Yeah, you are. You're a great artist.
Yes, you can use fit. See, I knew it. I was correct. Yeah, you can use it as a reference. It's your interpretation, as long as you draw it completely and do not trace it. Exactly.
Yeah. So that's what I'll probably start working on then. We can use photos, Carrie. I'm talking about the channel itself because we, I don't want to get into it, but we can't use the logo anymore.
Yeah, it belonged to somebody else. They would prefer we don't use it anymore, which is
right.
Fair.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
We don't have to change anything we did
it.
before. We don't have to change none of that. It can stay the same. But from this, from a certain point on, we have to use a different logo out of respect. Yeah. And I really do think you should make your own because
that's what yeah. So then that way somebody can't be like, oh, you can't
take it down, you're using mine, blah blah blah. Yeah,
right.
It just is so much better for you, and use it for all your thumbnails and everything else, so you don't get, because see, I can't even, I have to make my own thumbnails because of that strike.
Right.
Not that I have to, but I suggest that. I suggest it always being your one. That's what a creator is. A creator creates their own stuff. I create everything my own videos, my own logos. I make them myself in my studio. Okay, I don't use reference pictures. I might use picture because now I do the missing, so I use the missing posters, but them are a given. You can do that. That's what they want. They say share it, make a video of it, do it, put it on your page, get it anywhere, so and any other video I make, I use my own software where I get my pictures from their gallery, so it's all made by me 100%. I don't ever have to be worried about being struck. Okay, I get written permission before people come on my channel to talk because I was struck twice by somebody who didn't want to be on my channel anymore because they decided they didn't like me. And I didn't know you could do that, but I do. I have a list in my Discord thing that's full of everybody giving me permission that's ever been on my channel.
Right. Yeah.
Linda's
smart.
Yeah, I'm doing it legitimately 100%. It's mine, and I'm a creator, and it's all my creation. Do you know what I mean? Right. My ideas, everything in my channel is 100% mine, except for the news clips from the case, but I've even changed everything about them, and I don't get struck on it because I changed it over 50%. So, you know what I mean? I follow the rules. I'm not trying to cheat and be nobody else's nothing. You know what I mean? I want it to be mine. It's my channel.
Right.
So, and you want to make Brendan yours, do your own stuff. You're an artist. I told you that. I said, I've seen pictures of yours that you can make your own, make a logo out of, so many of them, and so many thumbnails you could do out of just what you have. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lazy.
You want it to be like Brendan. Well, you know what? A drawing of Brendan from you is really very heartfelt. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
So it's putting you into what you're doing for him. And that's what I'm doing. I'm putting me into what I'm doing for the community, or, whatever I'm working on.
That's a good idea, Linda.
You're so creative anyway. So yeah. Look, Roxanne, you're creative. Becca, you can do it. Hell yeah, you're creative. Look at you. You know what? How long I've tried to do that makeup you got on your avatar. I cannot do it.
Really?
I look like some kind of what? I'm like, I don't know how you do it, but it looked good. No, I can't do that.
My mom. This picture actually scares my mom.
It is kind of scary, but it's cool.
Yeah, she doesn't like it. But this is actually one of my favorite pictures of me.
Yeah, I love it.
Of me. Because it's Oscar. I even saw it. She retweeted it. It was the best day ever.
She retweeted your picture?
Yeah, because I posted it on Twitter and I tagged her in it.
Oh, that's really cool.
and she
That's kind of like
retweeted
the day
it.
when I
And
found out.
she called it Sick Fire. I
Oh,
was like,
that's
oh my
cool.
God, I've been blessed by Oscar.
That's really cool because yeah, I remember when Jerry Buting started following me because I told him on the secret. I told him about the secret recording.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a good day for me though. You know, because I was like, I was first to tell somebody something that was important.
Right.
And well, you know, so my
I've drawn
tattletaling did good.
Dan's Live. I've drawn Brendan before. I don't know.
Dark side.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, that don't happen often, but listen to him.
Linda's very wise. I always, if Linda had $1 for every time I called her crying, she'd have at least $5. And because I call her a lot and be like, Linda, what should I do?
Yeah. Well, that's what working together with, you know, working together with respect and a goal, you know what I mean? It'll get you every time. And I respect you as a human being, you know, and I respect you as what you're doing. I highly respect you for that.
I respect what you're doing now. I think that's really cool that you're getting involved in the missing community and that you're doing, you know, something like that.
Yeah,
I know that's hard though.
4 kids. It is hard, but we found 4 kids. So
found 4 kids?
We helped find 4 kids. Yeah.
That's really awesome, Linda. Keep doing a good job.
And I know Nan's life is in Canada, and I just did about a week ago. Every single missing person in Canada, I made a video on. The Indigenous too, you know.
Yeah, the Indigenous ones are the
really
ones that
bad in Canada, and I've gotten a thank you from the Red Hand movement, you know, for the no more murdered sisters and missing and murdered sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're starting to get noticed, our community, our little real crime community. But I'm introducing the team tomorrow. So tomorrow's our introduction to YouTube, so they can see our research. And we got a really full team, Twitter, researchers, and YouTubers. So
do you have that live up yet, Linda?
It's tomorrow morning.
Oh, so you don't have it set up yet?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is set up?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go over to your channel and I'll post the link in that way people can go over there.
Oh, thank you, Nance. I'm glad you watched them. You know, share them if you can to, you know, people that can see them where you're from, because, you know, over there, it's not like if somebody takes something you're doing, it's good. You want them to, you know what I mean? You want to work together and make a big, trend it, you know what I mean? Make it trend, and, you know, in YouTube and wherever, that's how somebody gets, you know, found right away, or you bring noticement, because there are so many mothers out there that are begging for help from the police to help them. It's very sad that you have to do that, you know, where you don't get no help to find your missing child. That is very sad. So we light a fire under them. You can imagine.
You're right.
Yeah. So I'm very happy to introduce them. But that doesn't mean that my support stops over here. It don't.
No, of course not. No.
I'm here. I made it.
Yeah.
I can't believe I made it. Partially because I was up a little early this morning. Another reason is I happened to just think, oh my gosh, I seen the messages, and I'm going live. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wasn't even sure if I was going to go live today, because technically I'm supposed to be on a break, but
but that's okay. You can take your break and you can do your little hour here or wherever long it is, and you know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Plus, I get bored. I miss you. I like the YouTube thing. I do like it. I like interacting with people on YouTube.
Oh yeah. So. Yeah. I do too. I like interacting.
I posted the link for Linda's live tomorrow in the chat if you guys want to.
Thanks, Becca.
Notify you on when she goes live. It's literally in 22 hours. yeah, because I know Arctic fox, like I can see the icons and I recognize Arctic fox right away, right? So
yeah, it's
I know
Arctic Fox.
he's
It's level-headed. It's only facts. It's true crime with sunshine. It's Dawn. Well, no, that's not her. It's missing from Georgia.
yeah,
Bling. I don't think all of them are going to be on tomorrow,
right,
but we'll be saying their names because a lot of them are backstage workers. You know,
yeah,
they don't want a name. They just, you know, share, get it out there, and you know,
right.
and research, and you know, that kind of thing. And some of them just don't ever want to be known.
Yeah. Well, I understand that aspect too. There's a lot of supporters in the Brendan community that are the same way. They just want to do stuff behind the scenes and they don't care if
Yeah.
they're known for it, you know. And
Yeah, exactly.
so I understand that completely.
Yeah, and they're really the backbone, actually. You know, so
Right. Well, good
yeah.
for them.
So
Good for
I'm
you
very
guys. I'm
proud
excited.
to be in it. It's called the Real Crime Community. It's not
Yeah.
true crime because true crime has turned to shit.
Yeah, it has. There's a lot of
Oh, it's
true
just
crime. There's a lot of what is it?
bullying.
Like, just respect lost in the true crime community. It's not like it used to be.
Absolutely not. It is really a lot of just bashing others and drama, and we have absolutely none of that, and we will not allow it. We will, you know, butt it out. It won't be in our YouTube. We got certain rules that we do now, like sorry, but you got to be subscribed to chat. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean?
Subscribe to chat.
Yeah, because
What does that mean?
you know, we don't want that kind of stuff coming over to what we're trying to do, because ours is just a mission of.
No, what do you mean by subscribe to chat? Explain that.
Oh, you know, you have to subscribe to the channel to chat.
Oh,
you know, subscribers only. You know.
Okay, I thought you meant, I don't know. I thought
no. You know what I mean? So we don't get, you know, because we don't want any of that over there, because what we are based on is facts only. We don't sit there and speculate. You don't
want someone just randomly popping in. They have to be a part of the channel for more than
right. You know, you have to subscribe to it. You know,
right?
It's no big deal.
Which that's fair. No, it's not a big deal, because if you want to interact, I think a lot of people are doing that these days.
Well,
I know we
and
we don't, because right. Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, a lot of people are starting to, or even doing members only content, which we'll never do that here. But
I gotta get on that too, but I got ideas, so that you know, at least is helping. I'm getting my little groove back, but you know, there's just certain rules. We're not gonna pick apart a family. You know, we're gonna support like we do here in Brendan Talks. Same rules.
Right. Yeah.
Same rules. You have to be supportive. We will not take
Thank you, Carol.
no kind of family bashing. We are not detectives. We do not know why she blew her nose and blinked while the child ran away, or whatever, you know, the situation is. You know, we don't know that.
So it's not necessarily focused on the true crime aspect of it. It's just focused on the, let's just find this kid.
Yep. 100%. Get out the kid's face, get out the, you know what I mean? Get out their information, share their face. Prevention. We're talking a lot about prevention. Certain programs that people have no idea about, what's out there, what we found lately. And, you know, just that's what we're about.
Yeah.
We want to try to make a difference. We have a petition out to try to change the Amber Law. Yeah, we want to make a difference in the missing, because there's, believe me, I didn't come over to tell about all this, but the missing is really, it's astronomical, the amount of people we see on a daily basis. It is.
It's scary.
It is.
It's actually one of the things that one of my fears is a loved one going missing.
And it can happen.
It literally could happen to anybody, any gender, any race.
Yeah,
It's just
it doesn't matter.
unfortunately my noticing is that the kids and people who are prominently white, Caucasian are the ones that get more publicity out there.
See, and we don't have any of that. We
Right.
show, like, my channel has been lately dedicated to the Native Americans and indigenous missing and cold
Yeah.
cases,
Which
and
is very needed. Yeah.
yeah,
Because
and in South Dakota is horrible, and it's really bad because they don't
yeah,
have
it's really
pictures
bad.
of the people. So we are finding programs for things like that, so you can get updated pictures. You can get a kit on if your person or anybody comes up missing.
Right.
Here's the information on that person, current, with a current picture. You hand it over to the cops, they put it out right away. You know what I mean?
Right.
Things like that. So that's what we're going to offer prevention for now, because now Snapchat just got parental guidelines on it. A lot of people don't know that. I was going to announce that tomorrow, but hey, here's an insider. So that's great, right? Because the grooming spot, teaching kids how to be safe on, or the parents how to keep the kids safe on internet. That's what we're all about. So
yeah, I recently read something because I play Fortnite a lot.
Yeah.
And I play Fortnite with only people I know because I'm very shy around new people.
Right.
But like I play Fortnite with a lot of my friends' kids or nephews or nieces or whatever because I'm considered a quote, safe adult. Like I'm not going to do anything weird. But like a lot of times people don't realize, like when you log on to Fortnite, you could literally be talking to anybody.
Oh yeah.
And especially when you're
behind an avatar, you're only
and you know how many times I have come across an adult and I've had to report them because of the way they're talking to a child.
Yeah, thank you. I wish more people would take that.
Me and my best friend Tina, we play Fortnite a lot, and that's why I don't play because with strangers anymore, because it actually really pisses me off, because there are times where these 20-year-old guys are talking really inappropriate to these children, and I'm like, excuse me, like, and I'm usually quiet, but then I'll pipe up and I sound like a mom, and I'm like, excuse me, sir, do you mind not? Like, it can be bad though, and like I don't think parents realize on Fortnite how bad it could be.
Well, that, Discord, anything online where you're communicating or interacting is a hotspot for a groomer, and
it's bad.
Yeah, and like the police don't want to pay a lot of attention to runaways, but a runaway is probably one of the most vulnerable because they groomers prey on kids who are in the internet a lot, whose families are probably dysfunctional, maybe not even, maybe they come from a very good family, it doesn't matter. A groomer will say, oh, your parents don't pay that much attention, you could come over here, we could do, it's a slow process.
I'll give you what they can't give you.
Then the kid just ends up running away, and cops don't look at it as a priority because they ran away. That's their choice. They're 15, like they're an adult, but they're not. So they don't put much, effort in that.
You'd think they would nowadays.
I think they're at higher risk than anybody in the age groups. I think the teenagers are the highest from, when they start interacting on the computer, and I don't know what age some parents let them do it on their own, but my granddaughter is 9 and she's not allowed to do anything.
TikTok is another place, by the way, that grooming
happens really often. Any, like I said, any place you can interact, or you're vulnerable because an adult can talk to you and there's no guidelines there.
I come across a lot of, like I say, like
and I'm glad you report them.
That I'm like, dang it, now I have I have to report it now.
And that is so good, and I hope people, there are signs So,
Right.
just
Well,
like
and I
you said,
grew
an
up.
adult talking to a little kid, and in the inappropriate way. Yeah, report that. Who cares, man? What this guy is online, probably 50 states away from you. It doesn't even matter.
Oh, I don't even care. I'll report
Report
it and
him,
not
even if
get
he's
him
your
banned.
next door neighbor. Report, even if you know that person and you're like, what
Right.
the hell? Report him.
Right.
Because
Well,
it's not okay.
what was I gonna say? Oh, see, well, like people like me in my age group, we grew up with the internet, and we grew
Right.
up with the AOL chat rooms and
Yeah.
the MSN and all that kind of stuff. So we kind of grew up in those scenarios where the groomers were just now like, oh, we can find kids online.
Yeah, that's probably why my daughter is so up on it,
Right. Well, that's why people
right.
and people in our age group, we've seen it because we've been groomed ourselves.
Yeah.
In ways.
Yeah.
So because like I know what so I know what like unfortunately, yeah.
What a pedophile say to you?
Yeah. What they say
so
and
the
how they
rude
talk
things
to you
they say
and
or ask you to do.
Right.
Yeah, and see, I'm not a product of that at all.
Right.
Hi, honey, how are you doing, Egyptomania? I can never say it, so I just say
Egyptomania.
Egyptomanian.
Hello. But
yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm introducing. Well, you guys kind of got a real good feel of what it's going to be like, but there'll be others talking.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for it, and I hope everybody. Again, I put the link in the chat if you guys. A lot of us follow you, but just in case,
that's great.
Some of us don't, and then we could all be there to see it.
See the unveiling of the new community that we have made, because it is truly a new community.
Yeah.
So many people are coming over, and you know what I mean?
Do you guys have, I guess we could ask these questions tomorrow. Sorry.
Yeah, ask questions tomorrow. Leave something. I don't want to be spoiling it all.
I'm just all curious. That's why I'm just, okay.
Well, yeah,
we'll
actually developed our own community, and I named it. Ooh, I'm proud of that. I named it. But
yeah, of course. Well, you're the idea person.
I get to, I'm the oldest in the group, and I'm one of them teases me and calls me Golden Girl.
Aww.
But I do have a lot of ideas, and they're follow-throughers. They're very eager to do. And if you know anything about Arctic Fox, that guy puts out more videos on the missing every single solitary day.
I'm subscribed to him as well, so I
am
see his
so
stuff.
proud of what he does. He's really made a difference, and it's without each and every one of us that have started this, it would not be functioning well. And we also are showing people that you can work together. You can really work together with all different. These people are all from different, you know what I mean? But you can work together at a common goal and get things done and make a difference.
Right. See, and that's always been my dream, even with Brendan's stuff, is to create an atmosphere where everyone comes together and we all just work together, and we all don't have to be best friends or whatever, but just to work together, and because we could accomplish so much more if we do that. So I think teamwork in general is great, and unfortunately I'm learning that not everybody wants to do that with you.
And that's why we exit ourselves from them in all ways. It's like they're not even there. They do their thing, we do ours. That's why, you know what I mean? Like I said, with we are not allowing any kind of bad talk. It's 100% support, awareness, and to make a difference in and prevention. I mean, it's all awareness and support. Basically, and I think, and we all get along great. And that, I don't know if that's a fluke or what, but we all have the same goal. And we all have respect, and we're all really tired of what the true crime community has done
Right.
As far as making any of us credible. There are a lot of people that are credible that want to do nothing but help and put out facts. So, you know,
Yeah.
we're shining in that area, and I'm glad because it is making a difference. And it's not, and it isn't just me. Oh my God, that's what our main thing is. If we didn't all work together, all the social medias and us working together, that's what really makes a difference. That's how
Right.
they have found. Well, Arctic helped by 2 to begin with. Then we just had 2, boom, that we just got. So, if we can do that, that's making a difference, I think. You can bring kids home,
Well, I'm gonna probably end this because I don't want you to give away too much of your life tomorrow, and I need to lay down. But good news is I don't have a stomach ache like I did yesterday. So
well, that's good, baby.
That means that the medicine, I have to take the vitamins separately from my new medicine. Did I tell you about that, Linda? I'm on a new antibiotic.
Yeah, I heard. Guess what? Yeah. Gotta let you know, I haven't had heartburn since the day before you gave me that pill, because I take it every single day, and I have been able to eat spaghetti and pizza and buttered bread, and oh my God, yes, I love it. Thank you.
Yay!
Yep. Works, and I do not miss
I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, I do not miss a day I take that pill.
You will tell. You could tell if you miss a day because I tell.
I never ever want to have heartburn again. I could drink water now and not have heartburn. That's amazing to me.
Yay! I'm so happy. I'm so glad that that's working for you.
Yeah, it is. So thank you. And hey, thanks for having me up. It was nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess we'll probably doing this Friday. I don't know if Linda's going to be available because I know.
Oh, I probably will. We'll see.
Yeah, as long as you're feeling up for it, because I know last time you were sick.
Yeah, I have been dealing with a lot of migraines lately. I kind of got a slight one today, but I have to fight through it. I don't know if it's change of weather or I just don't know. I get them kind of around this time every year. I don't know what it is, and it might be my eyes. So I'm going for my.
It could also be sinuses, and you've got all that low pressure coming in.
Yeah, that I've noticed my sinus has been stuffed on one side, and I get a headache. So that might be it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not too worried.
Well, either way, I love you, Linda, and I love you guys in chat, and I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and let's all be positive and do great things.
Yeah.